Good evening. My name is Hendryx. I'm a physician, and I'm extremely concerned about the public health and environmental issues resulting from unconventional shale oil and gas development. I submit this verbal comment on behalf of myself and all citizens who may be directly, indirectly, and potentially affected adversely health-wise. The proposed new oil and gas regulations state that the purpose of this update is fourfold. In my opinion, number one, ensuring protection of public health, safety, and the environment is the first and foremost duty of DEP, EQB, legislators, government, and gas companies. In order to accomplish this, all parties must ensure that potential real exposures of toxic substances are minimized or removed completely. Land, air, and water all need to be monitored appropriately and consistently and reported on regularly, something that the new regulations do not address or mandate. Potential exposure of the general public and oil and gas workers to various pollutants occur in most phases of gas well development. Toxic substances can cause morbidity and mortality to people located at, next to, or even some distance from the well pads, compressor stations, flaring towers, condensate tanks, impoundments, etc. In addition, light and noise pollution needs to be addressed and mitigated effectively. Possible routes of contamination, exposures, and drilling and gas-related dangers include, but are not limited to, the following: drilling wet chemicals, casing and cementing failures resulting in methane migration, chemical migration, spills and discharges, impoundment leakage, drill cutting contamination, disposal, land spreading of residual waste at the site or anywhere, residual waste disposal, well blowouts, venting and flaring, compressor stations, diesel ozone, particle pollution, hydrogen sulfide emissions that can cause death within a few minutes of exposure, VTEX chemicals, radioactivity, radon, radium-226 and 28, proprietary chemicals, shale formation chemicals, frac sand, noise pollution, vibration from 24/7 activity, erosion and sedimentation, stormwater values, property damage from seismic testing, and potential earthquakes from fracking, deep well injection of wastewater, increased sensitivity of children and older individuals to toxic air, water, and contact exposures, stress-related illnesses from fear of water, land, air contamination, intimidation, loss of property values, and way of life. One of the first considerations before the drilling and fracking begin should be, how can we safely dispose of the massive amounts of waste generated? Our governor, legislators, regulatory agencies, and industry need to answer this question practically and deal with it appropriately before any further unconventional shale development occurs. They also need to perform long-term health impact studies in concert with public health experts and toxicologists to determine what damage has been done so far to citizens and what one can expect in the future. There have been no appointees from the public health care arena or environmental biology on either the Oil and Gas Technical Advisory Board nor the Marcellus Shale Advisory Committee. In my opinion, unconventional shale development in Pennsylvania is one of the biggest threats to public health facing us all. Therefore, ban unconventional shale well development, period, until protections for both citizens and oil and gas workers can be guaranteed. We should follow after our intelligent New York neighbors. According to the new regs, solutions to wastewater storage and disposal actually contaminate Pennsylvania landscapes and cause more harm rather than protect health and environment. DEP appears to be talking out of both sides of its mouth. On one hand, it issues violations, occasionally fines oil and gas companies and waste haulers for spills and discharges, and then permits the same material to be dumped in rivers, at brine treatment facilities, and POTWs on land in the form of land spreading, road spreading, and de-icing or buried. The term land spreading needs to be defined in the document. Land spreading and waterway pollution needs to be abolished from any consideration as appropriate oil and gas waste disposal method. Similarly, drill cuttings from deep shale layers are radioactive, are contaminated from drilling mud chemicals. They should not be buried at the site. How many thousands of tons of drill cuttings are produced from a 10-well unconventional well pad? Apparently, obtaining landowner consent for burying waste has been dropped by some initial discussions by DEP. I strongly advocate the following: ban all dumping of frac waste into our rivers, streams, and our lands. All wastewater trucks should be equipped with a GPS device and monitored from a central non-governmental computer location to assure that they are not dumping illegally into the streams in the middle of the night or as OTWs.
Yes.
Drillers should be mandated to use individualized non-toxic tracers in their drilling solutions, frac fluids and water, mine drainage, treated sewage effluent for fresh water, so there is no doubt who and where the pollution is originating from. Air monitoring should be performed at all sites and inside homes for 2.5 and 10 micron particles at least. Setbacks from homes, schools, universities should be at least 1 mile from the well site pad, impoundments, and lateral well trajectories. And
Jan, we'll have to read the rest of the transcript. There are